Happy New Year! This is the newest of the years. Yay! Are you ready for the newest of the New Year's?
No,
Yes.
but happy 2022, I guess.
2020 Part 2.
I like
The
that. I like that.
The new Game Plus DLC upgrade is here. And we're going right into it.
Expansion pack.
Yes. So, how are you, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm alright. First day of the year. Hopefully this year is better. Doubt it. But yeah.
Well, we're here to keep you entertained and possibly give you some good, probably bad, or good bad, or bad good, or something like that. So, yeah,
Some mixture of
get
both.
yeah. So let's get started with the bad. So we didn't record this because we were like, hey, we're just gonna do right after day one, so we're just gonna talk about this when day one happens. But rampage was a thing, and it happened.
Yep.
So yeah, rampage was a thing. It started off with Darby Allin against Anthony Bowens, and this was really funny. I felt so weird for the beginning of this because Max Caster came out and Max Caster said some controversial things that in any other state it would have been like, yo, that was actually funny as hell. Where he was, I'm not gonna get too political with it, but where he was, he said these things that would be like, yo, that was funny as hell. The people just like kind of went, nah. And it's like, wait a minute, no, you guys don't, nah. Max Caster, you love Max Caster. He said some shit that hit close to home, and you're like, nah. We're like, whoa, okay, we see where this is going. This plays into like the bigger picture of what the fuck happened, like later on. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. But it's like, okay, we see what that means.
It's all fun and games until your feeling just fucking hurt, though, right?
Yeah. So we had the match Darby versus Bowens. Bowens actually put on a great showing. He winds up losing, which is like we all knew he would. So after the match, all of a sudden, Andrade comes out, and Andrade's looking at Darby. So basically, it's looking like Andrade versus Darby.
It's random, but I guess it'll be okay.
Yeah, and I seen like a large discourse before this happened that, yo, WWE treated Andrade better than anybody. And it's like, whoa, like, okay. And there's like, you watch him here and you're like, he's barely here. Okay, well, this is a thing.
I mean, at least he held titles over there.
Yeah, at least he was on TV more than he is over here. But like, that's to say a lot about a lot of people. But like, we're not gonna get into that. Except for right now, we're gonna get into it. So
Okay.
we talked about Swole leaving, and Swole did an interview. This is the greatest part about the interview. This is the greatest part about the interview because I've heard like so the part that was taken like that was not taken out of context, but like was taken and made a highlight of. Was a part that like actually needed. We're gonna get into that in a second, guys. So don't just jump ahead. Like it was highlighted, but here's the thing: I heard the rest of the whole interview, and she did this glowing, sweet, loving thing where she said, "Yo, Tony Khan's such a nice dude. I've never worked for a nicer boss. This dude." Like would shut down a restaurant for us to come in and like have food, and it would be so awesome. He was so nice and understanding. He could talk and conversate and talk about anything. It was like, damn, like she's like, that's dope. Tony Khan is that kind of guy. Tony Khan is like really fucking nice. Like it's sweet and genuine. That's like super dope. Like that's so cool. And she like just went on into the rest of the interview, and she was like, yeah, like Like, it's a little lack of diversity in like AEW. I hope they fix that problem soon because like I'm not seeing a lot of black representation. And like I'm not seeing a lot of diversity. Like she said, black diversity. She basically said there's not a lot of black people on there, which immediately started discourse with inside of the Twitterverse. And they immediately, some people, I'm not gonna go with like anything behind their background, but you know what I'm about to say. And they just like all of the people go, well, they have Spanish people and they have white people. Like there's more than just black people, and that's like very diverse. And it's like, whoa, that's not what she was trying to say. I know she said diversity, and you all go to, oh, we include everything. This is our diversity. And it's like, fine. We have never, even us on this podcast have said, we have never said it's a lack of diversity in women or Hispanics. We're literally saying there's not enough black people getting their due. And we said that, and other people, like I said, there's been fans out there that have thought the same way we have. And like, you know what? WWE has been given more black representation on that side. So we've been over there because we see us. We even did a podcast probably last week or the week before saying the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So the discourse from like all of a sudden this roaring AEW crowd was like, hey, we have this diversity. You shut up. Don't say that. So that sparked Tony Khan to go, look, we have this black wrestler, this black wrestler, this black wrestler, this black wrestler. And then he says something in the tweet that like shouldn't have been said in the tweet. He goes, Swole wasn't a good wrestler. That's why I didn't renew your contract. Like, you suck. Like, and watch a street fight tonight between some ladies, some real wrestlers. Bye. And it's like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, the first part of the tweet when he said, we have these wrestlers, like, if he would have left it at that, and like, they get screen time, just be like, left it at that, just left it at that. No one would have batted an eye. Like, it wouldn't have been bad because everybody would have been like, oh, well, he just pointed out what they have. Yeah, the discourse would have came, oh, but they're not featured in any prominent roles. That's what would have came after that discourse. And then he could have said whatever he said, and like we could have had a back and forth open discussion of what's going on. That would have been fine. When you get mad and attack somebody's character for not saying a motherfucking thing about you, that really says a lot about you and how the fuck you run your business. Like, it says a lot about you because there was no need for you to do that. She was just stating a point. She didn't say AEW sucks. She just said, yeah, they just need to work on that. She just said it's one thing they need to work on. It's literally a thing that they need to work on. And what the fuck did you do? Just attack her. You sucked at wrestling. Get the fuck out. Like, that's why I didn't re-sign your contract. Like, that's a shitty thing to say. If you felt like that, if you genuinely felt like that, without no recourse, you could have pulled her aside when she said whatever she said. You could have pulled her aside and been like, yeah, well, I didn't renew your contract because you suck. You could have pulled her aside. You did it publicly. You publicly executed her like career by saying, yeah, you fucking suck. That's why I didn't re-sign you. And it's like, dog, that is the shittiest thing. And then it feels so much worse because you attacked her over the diversity thing. It feels so much worse. It's like the worst thing you could have did. And the thing that came about it was the fact that everybody had picked a side and then turned it into a huge thing on the internet, and it just kept growing. And it's like, what the fuck? It was bad. It was bad.
I didn't know the part where she actually praised him a little bit and like said what a good guy he is. That makes it worse on his part.
Yes, and that's the thing, because like a lot of people seen the headline of what she said and ran with it. And some people was like, hey, wait to get all of the info before you run with it. People like me was like, I seen it and I was like, oh, okay, let me go read what she said from all of it and get the full context of what she said. And what she said wasn't a fucking attack. It was just like, hey, more black representation would be needed here. But like, you know, that's like the only thing that I wish like AEW would fix. That's it. That's the only thing she said. She said nothing else attacking the character. And it's like, It's like, Like, okay.
Constructive criticism, you know? Like,
yes, and it wasn't bad. And like, if you listen to the whole rest of the interview, she's praising how AEW took care of everything and was nice to each and every wrestler. They made them feel wanted, loved, and genuine, and how Tony was this great person. You listen to the whole interview, it comes across as a glowing review for AEW, and like, it's basically like when the dude said, like, what is like the one thing you wish would change? Oh, I just wish we had more diversity there. I wish there were more black wrestlers being represented in prominent roles. That's it. But like nothing else. Like everything else is like really good. And it's like that was a headline that like was taken away because it's like it needed to be said, but at the same time, it got taken away, blew out of context, and it went over to him where he turned it into something else, to a whole nother monster. And it was like, oh, you turned it into that. But then I do have to give this criticism for what we're about to say, because there was a match later on that was a street fight between Penelope Ford, the Bunny, and Tanara Conti and Anna Jay. And I agree with somebody because they said this, and I totally agree with them because I was thinking this, but I didn't want to say it out loud. But once I saw it on like social media, I was like, you know what? I can say this and not feel like a total dick. What I'm about to say is literally what I feel. You can have a street fight between two women, but because they bleed, that does not make the match great. That doesn't make it great. It's just like, oh my God, women are bleeding. Oh, this is the greatest women's wrestling match ever. Doesn't make it great because the women bleed.
No.
Like, I have nothing against Anna Jay. I have nothing against Tay Conti. I have nothing against the Bunny. I have nothing against the Bleed. It wasn't a great match. Just because they bleed, everybody praised that match and said, this street fight is amazing. Just because they bled. It's none of that. None of that had to happen.
Like, even men matches, just because they bleed, that don't mean it's great. You know what I mean? Blood doesn't make a match.
Well, apparently to some people, blood does make a match. And see, this is what fucking made it even worse. Penelope Ford did a flip on the outside onto a table, and she fucking almost killed herself. It was hot garbage. She almost died. And then she almost died on a pile driver. And it's literally like, Tony, you said that Swole was bad at wrestling. Why you didn't renew her contract? But you have Penelope Ford here. Not only Penelope Ford here, you glowingly said her match was great. You said that out of your mouth at the same time attacking another woman and saying this. And it's like, fam, like, I don't know what coke you are on, but like, I really would like to sell it to you. But it's like, really, like, it's you, like, yeah.
Crazy delusional.
Yes. And I don't like the way that the fans reacted, but like, I'm going to show you like a whole dichotomy of like how that like was different. I'm going to show you a whole dichotomy of how that was different from like multiple angles in a few minutes. So like, then after that, we had the Cody versus Ethan Page. It was an okay match. Ethan carried that match. And Cody won with the fucking pedigree type finisher. And that was the end of the show.
That's his new thing?
Yeah, that's his new thing. He's trying to like be a dick about it. So that's his new thing. So then we had day one. And like I said, I was going to get into it in a minute how the dichotomy of these two companies and how the people feel about, like, especially what Swole said. AEW has been to Atlanta a bunch of times. They've been to Atlanta a bunch of times. I didn't feel or see what I saw in this WWE crowd in Atlanta. It was a lot of people in Atlanta in AEW. Yeah, fine. They were there. They were white. They were white. It was a lot more white. You could see like 2 or 3 black people there. They're in Atlanta. Day one, the first day of the New Year's, you can see a sea of just black people there. And you're like, oh, this is Atlanta, but like AEW was running here. Like, where did all you black people come from? It's like, it's just a sea of us, and it just felt good. It was like, this feels good because it's like, this is the first time I've ever seen like mostly over 70% of the crowd black, and it was like, this feels away. Like, this feels good. Like this, and it was packed. And it was like, this feels really good. And like I've said before, like, representation matters, and that's what got a lot of the people there. Not because the Migos was there, but like also that's representation because WWE was like, yo, what's up? Like, y'all want to come hang out? Yes, we love Randy Orton. It's like, well, I mean, that's the thing. So that's like, that shows you right there, like, the difference of the two companies. I'm not saying WWE is great, but what I've said, and I've said many times, I see more of me on WWE, so I'm more inclined to tune in, which means that's why it was more people in that crowd that look like me going, this is wrestling, and we love it because we see us. And that's how that felt.
Makes sense.
Yes. So day one started off with the crazy news that Roman Reigns has COVID. And we wish him to get better. We kind of knew something like this was probably going to happen because like they kept running fucking house shows. They wouldn't stop fucking running house shows. They should have just set the fucking live TV. They know he's immunocompromised and fucking protect him.
Yep.
Protect him.
But they didn't.
Yeah. But luckily, he has all 3 shots and he probably will be fine. I'm just saying he probably will be fine. We're praying he'll be fine. And like, you know, it just like be just like a little just cough. Just like, he'll be all right. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he makes it out of this. Gets back to a full recovery. Gets back in the ring. Everything's fine. Hopefully. Prayerfully. Praying for you.
Yes.
So the show started off with Ridge Holland and Sheamus versus Cesaro and Ricochet. Why'd you laugh? What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, it started off as Sheamus and Cesaro versus Ridge and Sheamus. It didn't end that way.
Yes, it didn't. It didn't because Ricochet in the middle of the match went for a flip onto Ridge Holland and bust Ridge Holland's nose wide open. And Ridge Holland broke his nose and had to be taken to the back. So, yeah, this was a 1-on-2. And it was funny because Renegade said this. He said, watch Sheamus wins this match all by himself. What happened? Sheamus won this thing all by himself. I'm like, dude, that's fucked up. Why did you say that? And you laughed about it. You evil person.
Because, like, what the fuck? How the fuck did he do it by himself, though? Like, last time he faced either one of them by himself, 1-on-1, he barely got out that shit alone because he had Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And he beat both of them on his own? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was crazy. Then we had tag team title match. SmackDown tag team titles.
Yeah.
Usos versus the New Day. This match, like, they always have bangers, but this match ended not how we thought it would end. It's like, all right, they're gonna end with their finisher or like their secondary finisher or something like that. But no, the Usos won with 3D. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened?
Which, if I heard correctly, I think they called it 1D.
Yeah, they called it 1D, and it was like, what the fuck? Why is that happening? I had no idea what was going on, and it was just fucking random, and it was like, what the fuck? But it was good. It was good. Glad that it happened. So then we had Drew McIntyre versus Mad Crap Moss. It was okay match, I guess. Not really that good. But Drew won, beat Mad Crap Moss, but then he got attacked in the back by Bartender Cabron. And Bartender Cabron put the chair over him and hit him with this lighting rig. Boom! And now Drew's supposed to be out with a cervical neck injury or some shit. They're making up shit. I don't know how long he's going to be out.
Probably into the Royal Rumble or something.
Probably. So then we had the Street Profits versus RK Bro with the Migos. They love Randy Orton, and they showed up for Randy Orton, and they had a killer ass match, debuting the two tag teams, and it wound up another 3D. Like, what the fuck? Another 3D? What? Yeah.
There has to be something to that. Like, for real.
It has to be. We'll see how that ends, but like another 3D and Team Arcade Bro retain the titles. Yeah, okay, that's a thing. So then we have a match. But like we knew it was gonna happen. It actually ended a way that I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I knew this was gonna happen. So we had The Miz versus Edge with Maurice in the corner. Things are going crazy, and Maurice has a pocketbook. And I said it to Renegade, and Renegade was like, I see it. We both knew it was about to happen. Maurice, she used the pocketbook, hit Edge. Edge got hit in the skull crushing finale, kicked out. It's like, okay. He kicked out. But then all of a sudden, Beth showed up. And she scared the shit out of Maurice. It scared the shit out of Miz. Miz got speared. 1, 2, 3. Edge beat Miz. And the two husband and wife teams were staring at each other. And, it's going to WrestleMania. It's going there.
Basically. Wouldn't be the first time Miz and Maurice done this, so.
Yes. So then we have Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch. Like, I'm a little sad about this because I wanted Liv to win. Liv did not win. That sucks. Liv didn't win. But what doesn't suck about this is Liv showed off. Liv came and Liv showed off. Liv showed off to people who were not ready for her. Liv was doing shit that had everybody going, oh my God, you can wrestle. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think she's been training for? Like, you go back to this podcast last year and we literally had like a 15-minute rant on why Liv Morgan is not getting pushed. It's like, she's been busting her ass training. She's been training so hard. And we just kept saying, Liv needs to have more ring time. Liv should be on TV. Liv is this. Liv this. Liv. We've said so much about how good Liv was, and nobody paid attention. It was like, nah, whatever. Even you guys were like, I mean, she's good, but is she good? And tonight you got to see that Liv is good. Liv is a fucking superstar. Liv deserves to be on top where she belongs.
Yep. She's good as hell.
Yeah, she did like a springboard, like power bomb sunset flip thing, and it was like, it was funny because like when I seen it, I was like, damn, she's really doing good. I didn't think she was gonna get the reaction that she got from wrestlers on social media, because that was the thing that made me go, aha. Because soon as people saw it, they start commenting was like, oh shit, I haven't seen that before, or oh shit, that's dope. Yo, she can wrestle, and this is from other wrestlers outside of WWE. It was like, oh shit, she can go. It was like, yeah, yeah, like we've been saying that a long fucking time. So now you see, I'm mad that she lost to Becky, but like she proved her point. Like, and the funny part was when she came out, she got one of the biggest pops of the night, and it's like, you see that she's a star. You can't deny her any longer. I know that she can't go right back and have the title match, but you can't deny her any longer as to saying Liv doesn't deserve a title. Liv deserves this. She deserves this whole.
Winning a Royal Rumble, not this one, but a Royal Rumble, a Elimination Chamber, a Money in the Bank. She's gonna wind up winning one of those and go to the top.
She has to do something. Like, listen, this is what I want for Liv, because this is gonna feel full circle, but at the same time, it's gonna feel like a moment.
Yeah.
If they take this back to Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank was the first time the crowds came back and everybody cheered Liv. Like, that was the first time Liv felt special, and everybody was like, yeah. And she lost, and everybody kind of like, oh, that sucks. If you keep up the momentum, and I don't mean just keep bearing her, but like keep plugging her, keep moving her in different directions and make her feel special, and then take her and put her right back in Money in the Bank and have her win, it's not only going to feel like special, it's going to feel like a full circle moment where everybody goes, holy shit, like that happened last year, it goes all the way to this year, and it feels like a moment, because it feels like I had that opportunity before, it slipped through my hands, now I have it, it's mine, and nobody's going to take it from me. And just like take a time for her to cash in, but make her feel special on the way there. Because it would feel, yeah, it's like, it would, like, it's gonna feel so special if you do it that way and give people the opportunity. Like right now, it's like she has like a little buzz. Keep it going. Like, I know she's not gonna be in the main event scene because it's gonna transition to Bianca versus Becky at WrestleMania, but keep her in that kind of like upper mid card spot right there, and don't try to just like throw her into like random dumb matches. Keep her special. Give her a storyline that's just like, you're going to look at Liv and be like, oh shit, Liv is doing something. And you're going to get more attached to her. Make her feel special before you give her Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because that's like only in like 6 or 7 months to make her feel special. And like everything will be fine. When she wins it, everybody's going to go crazy because it's going to be like, all right, you keep screwing her. It's time for her to feel special. And that's what's going to make it feel like awesome.
Yeah, because by the time we get there, like, most people are gonna be like, yeah, she's not winning. Fuck it. And then like she pops off and wins. It's gonna be amazing.
Exactly. So yeah, that was that match, and I was proud that like everybody really just like fell in love with Liv. Like, yo, she's really good. I'm like, yeah, she's good. She trains her ass off. She deserves it.
And that's how you know you have something, when the crowd and the talent all agree. You know, and not even like you said, not even like the company's talent, like other company talent.
Yeah, that's when you know.
Yep.
So then we get to the main event. What's the ending of this main event was very controversial, because the main event is Big E versus Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Bob Lash versus, because Roman Reigns is not there, Brock Lesnar. Now, this match, like, as soon as this match was announced with Brock in it, everybody started to go, oh my God, we're finally getting Bob Lash versus Brock. Even if it's in this small capacity, we're getting Bob Lash versus Brock. Now, here's the thing which I always notice about things. Bob Lash and Brock had an interaction. They had a couple hitting spots. If you watch that and think about it very closely, there wasn't a lot of interaction between the two. So it was like, why? Because it feels like there's something more. Because it's like, here's just a little taste of something to wet your palate. It's like, okay, maybe, like just maybe. It's like just a little something to wet your palate, because it's like, you know what everybody's thinking. We want to see that match, and it's like, this is something, little something to wet your palate. And yes. And it just is so small. And like, we had the match and Brock pinned Big E. Now, that immediately started a discourse online where they're like, oh no. Y'all were talking about this diversity thing and how they treat black people. Look what they did. They just took the title off of Big E. He's one of the most respected and loved champions. Like, this is how they treat people. Oh, I see what you guys like. They're just like any other company. And it's like, so in my mind, I'm like, okay, you're jumping to a conclusion, which is not a thing. Like, Big E is going to be challenging Brock Lesnar, which we're going to see a crazy big match at Royal Rumble. Like, 100% that's a thing. It's not going to be a thing. And it's like, you want to see it just as well as I do. And you're mad because Big E lost the title. And it's like, yeah, some things are a necessary evil that, like, you don't want to see. But they're like, oh, well, you guys were talking about diversity. Look, they took off the top black champion for this guy. Oh, you guys suck. And I'm like, dude, it's the thing where Big E is a contender. That's the big part. Like, you're missing that part. I don't know why, but you're missing that part. Big E is a contender. He should be number one contender. He's a contender. I don't know why you're.
There's not even a contender on the other side.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't understand. Like, I understand why they're trying to do it, because it's like, you attack the precious AEW and you shouldn't do that. And it's like, yeah, understandable, but like, it's a valid reason. And like I said before, when we had the diversity talk, there's so many black people at the top of this. When they win titles, it doesn't even feel weird. And that's what's about to happen again. It's like, it doesn't seem weird. But it's like, it's perfect. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine with them. And like, I'm waiting to see where this plays out, because like, my mind is already like thinking where this is going to play out. And like, WWE kind of hinted at and kind of confirmed that with what I was already thinking and what I've already been thinking. They didn't just give us that little crumb of Brock and Bob for no reason. They gave us that for a reason. They said, listen, you want this? You sure you want this? Yes, we please want this. You sure? Okay. We'll see. And it's like, they're dangling that carrot, and then they went right into like promotion mode right after. They was like, why is Bob Lash staring at the new champion Brock Lesnar? What's about to happen? It's like, we see what you did there. We see what you did there, because you're teasing it subtly, because you know Big E is going to come right back for the title, but you're teasing this subtly. And it's like, okay, yes. And like, this is now opens up, with Roman being sick and this happening, this opens up a whole entire discourse of WrestleMania, because On one hand, you could look at Brock versus Bob Lash for the title at WrestleMania. Very sexy, very sexy. It will get everybody wet, nut and cum just all over the floor. That's
Yep.
exactly that's exactly what people want. But it can be this little twist that you can do because it can either be Big E going to WrestleMania and winning the WWE title at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. That would be sexy. That would
Yep.
also be just as sexy. Here's the thing with both of those. If the Bob Lash thing happens, then we're gonna see Brock Lesnar versus Big E at Royal Rumble. So that'll be the first thing, and then we'll go to the Bob Lash thing. Or we'll see Brock versus Bob Lash at Royal Rumble, and Big E will go on to WrestleMania. One of those two things are happening. But then we also go into your thing. Because you were the one who said, what if Brock and Roman face each other, champion and champion, both belts on the line? That's still a possibility.
Yeah, that could happen. And either one of those matches would be fucking awesome, like epic, if you will. So I'm down with any of them. And you have the added thing where there's a ton of diversity there. You have 2 black contenders and Roman and Samoan. Like in this case, fucking Brock is the minority. So
exactly. And then, like, as far as Roman goes, like, right now, the only person that I know that he is slated to face is Drew. And, like, you're either going to go with Drew and Brock or Roman. And if you go with Drew and Brock, or that's taking the title away from the other two, and it's just like, you're like, everybody else is regular limbo. If you go with Roman over here doing this thing and Brock doing this thing, it'll be 2 different things, 2 different titles, 2 big main events, 2 different nights. You'll have everything you want.
Yeah,
like it would be perfect. But yeah, it's we're not even at Royal Rumble, and everything is in flux, and it probably will continue to be this way because it will continue to be this way because it probably will get worse with COVID. So you know what I mean? It'll probably get worse with COVID.
Yeah.
But this is only the first day of 2022 New Game Plus DLC upgrade.
Expansion pack.
So yeah. Anything else? Okay, well, Happy New Year then. What the fuck? All right.